we're thanking God for a nice warm house. That's what my husband just said, because it is cold outside today. How you guys doing, family? Well, I am busy in the kitchen this morning. I've got my housework all nice and done. We're expecting family to come over later on this evening. And like I said, we always have Super Bowl Sunday. And I don't always watch for the football. Well, I do, because I do like football, but the controversy of everything. But we're going to watch some commercials, and we're going to see if Tom Brady can pull off a win. I'm not really a fan of either one of these teams, but I figure Tom Brady's retiring this year, and my heart would like to see him get one more Super Bowl ring, because Lord knows he don't got enough. I think he's got one for every hand. Every finger, I mean. Okay, so what I'm doing, like I said, I'm just going to kind of take you along and just let you kind of watch what I'm doing. I'm going to set up a table and do all that stuff, and it won't be really teaching anything. We're just going to be spending time, and I'm just kind of showing you what I'm cooking. How about that? How about we do that? Alrighty, so let's turn you down and I'll show you what I got going on the stove here. Got to move you out just a little bit. It's going to be a kind of a rustic video. Just one. And in this, I've got my egg roll mixture, and it's just a bag of the coleslaw mix. It's 1 pound of ground pork. And I've got cumin in there, balsamic vinaigrette dressing. I didn't have any soy sauce, and I forgot to buy some. So I went with the vinaigrette dressing. It's going to be good. Anything fried and you put it in something, it's going to be delicious. And I've got all kinds of seasoning in there. But I would suggest a little bit of ginger, a little bit of soy sauce to it. That's going to make it good. But I put cumin. I got a little touch of chili powder, some dried onion mix, garlic, and balsamic vinaigrette dressing, and we're just letting that reduce down. And I like to let pretty much all of the liquid cook out of it, because you don't want anything very liquidy inside of those egg rolls. So we're just kind of letting that go, and it's kind of over low. Over here, I got some turkey meat. And if you guys watched my New Year's Eve appetizers, I made the bean dip, the cream cheese bean dip. I'm making that again today, but I'm going to put a layer of meat in it. And like I said, you guys just going to hang out with me while I do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to have some touchdowns in this kitchen of cooking today. Now, I'm not really going to add any seasoning to this, because we're going to be adding a pack of taco mix to it. So let's just let that go. This is going to be a little bit of a layer dip, but not very much. So we're going to let this cook. Over here, if you lovely people will follow me this way, like I said, it's going to be a rustic video. I really wish I could go live on this device, because I would have just done a live shot with you. I'm not going to get my cutting board out. I'm just going to take an onion, slice it up. This onion is going to go into that ground turkey. And I'm going to slice it as small as I can. It was already supposed to be in there, but it ain't. So we got to get it in there. We're going to take about half of that onion. And we're just going to slice it little. As little as we can get it. And you ain't little, buddy. You done jumped out over there. Okay. Let's get all that scraps out of there. Let's move out over there. I'll put that in the refrigerator. Let me show you what I'm going to do over here. My husband bought this a couple of years ago at a flea market. And is it just not the cutest thing that you have ever seen? So what I always do is I cook my little smokies in it. So let's hook these up in here. We can get to a plug in. I'm having to tear stuff up today. It's what I like to do. I like to tear up stuff while I'm cooking for the football. Okay, I got it on high. So we're going to open up these little smokies. And little smokies are something that I like to cook for a while. So it's still only about, I think it's about 11 o'clock. So it's still a ways off. I'm just kind of getting some of the prep done with it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate my table. Like I said, I just want to spend some time with you guys today. And I was really disappointed I didn't get to do any of this pre-cooking where you guys could kind of see how we cook it. But see, isn't that just perfect for a pack of these little Smokies? And I kind of break them apart. And had to get a new bottle of jelly out of the pantry. So they do not want you to tamper with this. You ain't got to worry about nobody licking your groceries when they got that good of a seal on them. And if I'm not mistaken, this is probably going to be sealed on the inside too. No, it ain't. So we're going to be generous with it. I'd say I put maybe about a third of a cup of jelly in there. Now we're going to get some barbecue sauce. I tell you, I got the dropsies today. I cannot keep nothing in my hand. I drop all the day long. So I have the bottom end of a bottle in the refrigerator. It's just original. You can use whatever kind of barbecue sauce you want, but with the jelly going in there, it's already going to be sweet. So, and I'm going to add a touch of hot water to this. Shake this bottle up and I'll be right back. Add just a touch. I make sure I get every drop out of there. I'm a frugal. And then I put it in there. And I'm not going to stir this up just yet. I just cleaned that floor. I just cleaned it. So. Touchdown. All right. Let's put this up there. I'm going to take this onion I cut up because I don't think I'm going to need another onion right now. I'm going to take the pieces that I didn't need off. Like I said, you guys just hanging out watching me how in my natural habitat. You older people will remember this, but not the younger ones. There used to be a thing called Wild Kingdom that come on Sunday afternoons. And they would say, here is the lion in its natural habitat. And you would see the lion out there and he'd be eating some kind of dead animal. And then they'd say, and the monkey is in the tree in its natural habitat. Well, there's somebody standing over there filming me, and it's saying, there's a Grammy Nene in her natural habitat cooking some little Smokies with some jelly. Anyway, I always imagine stuff. So, this is my natural habitat. This is where I'm the most happiest. I come to life when I'm in my kitchen. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's sometimes I'm grouchy to be in here because I'm tired. I don't want to be cooking. Sometimes I just want to be sitting on my rear end in my recliner watching some stuff. The trash trying to get in the trash can by itself over there. All right, let me put this in there. Okay. So we got these going, and we're just going to let these sit over here. We'll stir them up when they're ready. It'll make a sauce. It's going to be, hi, how y'all doing? We're going to put y'all down and we're going to stir this stuff up and see what it looks like. This is just about getting where we need it. I'm going to leave the lid of it off now since I've got it reduced and let some of that liquid cook out of it. Because, like I said, nothing will mess your egg roll up more than having too much liquid in the stuffing. You do not want that. Don't that look delicious? I eat that stuff right there just by itself. By itself. I don't know how to do Asian cuisine. I'm going to make a confession to you. I've never had ate Asian food. I never had been to a Chinese restaurant until I went on a date with Harold 15 years ago. And he took me to a Chinese restaurant. That's the first one. And I kind of was like, this is pretty good. But for a while, I didn't care for it. I had to say it was a acquired taste for me. So when I cook something, I do it more for the flavors that I like. And so I would have put some soy sauce in there, though, because soy sauce is just good. It's just one of those good things that you can add to something. And we're just browning stuff off, and we're just taking our time. We ain't making it go fast or high. I'm going to turn this on low and just kind of let that reduce down a little bit. And then this is pretty much, it's got a little bit of pink in there. It just needs to get a little bit more. I'm actually going to put the lid on this one. I got universal lids. Actually, let's stir this up. I'm going to turn this off and push it back there because that's done. That's the center part of our egg rolls, and we're not quite ready to work with those yet. So I'm going to bring this over here so you guys can see what I'm doing with this. I'll put the lid over here for that. Turn this back up. Turn that off. We're going to add some taco seasoning to this. I've got some somewhere. It's not taco seasoning. Let me check the table. I usually stick it on the door, but it may be. Hello, it's on the table. So, I'm not going to show you how to make this again because I've already made this. The only thing that I'm doing different today is I am putting a layer of meat onto it. And this is back in my appetizers. If you want to go back and look at my playlist, this is going to need just a little bit of water added to it to really get that sauce in there. So, let's get some water in it. Just a little bit of water. Okay. So that's just going to kind of sit there and marry together until we need it. I'll put the lid back on it. That lid hot. Every time I grab it, it burns me. Okay, so what I'm fixing to do now is I've got the egg rolls all made and rolled up. If you guys don't know how to do that, one day we'll make those together. Hold on just a second. Got to make some adjustments. So, anyway, been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So, I always do too much. I could do a lot less, but I always just want to spoil everybody and give everybody something delicious. And I like to try new things when I'm doing appetizers. So, I have my egg rolls in the freezer because to me, they just cook so much crispier when you put them in there and they're really cold. I don't know if that's just like for me. Alrighty, so we're going to put this down here. I got my mama's handy dandy fudge pan. And we're going to add about, let me get me a spoon. I need to pull this over. In here is some meatballs. And I don't know if you guys seen my New Year's Eve. That spoon ain't going to fit in there. Look at that. Okay. Now, let's get this. We're going to add about a half a jar of orange marmalade in here. Okay? We're going to do that. That's about half a jar. And this is a 17.25 ounce jar. Look at that. And it's that fancy. It has the lemon peel in there. Look at that. Don't that look good? Now we're going to add a half a bottle of the 18 ounce barbecue sauce, and it's just the original. And they try to get a piece of paper in there, and we don't want that. So, and I'll tell you what, we'll do it on this one. This one has a burner that goes hot, big or little, and this one only has it, but we'll do it over here where you guys can see. And we're going to put that on there. We're going to add a little bit of water and liquid to it. Come on over so you can see what's going on. And we're going to mix that all together in there. And let's put a little water in there. Just a little bit. And then we're just going to let that come down to a reduction, about that much water. And we're going to let it reduce down. And that's going to be our sauce for our egg rolls. And it's going to be delicious. And that's what we're going to be doing with that. Now, I'm going to set these over here. I'm going to turn my oven on. You guys remember, like I said, some of these appetizers I made for New Year's Eve. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to go into the oven with some popcorn chicken, and this time I bought the good popcorn chicken, the kind that I was telling you about. And It's the good kind. It's the kind that's got the meat in it. And what I do is I put it on here. I get them in the oven, and once they get crispy, I take them out and I roll them in barbecue sauce or hot sauce or whatever you want. And they become boneless wings. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm also going to do some pizza rolls for the little kids, because we have my little grandkids and we have my 13-year-old. So, and I'm going to change it over to here and turn it on this low burner, since we're going to turn this one off. And that's what I'm doing. We've already got the table set up a little bit. And once I'm got it completely done, I'll be back. I'll have everything fried up, and I'm going to show you what I'm serving and how it's together. And it's going to be good, y'all. I can't wait to show you everything I'm doing. And like I said, you're just hanging out. I'm just showing you my spread today. Little details and little things. But like I said, we'll just cook this and let this reduce down until it thickens back up. And that's going to be so delicious to put those egg rolls in. I'll be back when everything's done. Somewhat done. I've got stuff that's in crock pots that's sitting over here, but I'm going to have to unplug my light. So it's just we're going to be dark. But we're going to go around and we're going to look at things. So I'm going to take you around. I'm going to switch can't switch the camera. So we'll just look at it like this. We'll be like, hey, in this football crock pot, let me kind of pull that up so you guys can see. We have our little smokies, and they're done. Look how pretty they are. They are ready to eat, and we'll put these on the table when it's eating time. We'll unplug them and set them over there when it's eating time. Eating time. Dinner bell ringing. All right, this My cheese dip isn't quite done. But look how delicious that is going to be. It's melting now. I kind of let that go low and slow so you don't get that cooked on the side thing going on. I've done really good. That's all the dishes I've got left. I've been washing dishes as I go. This is the orange barbecue sauce that I made for you guys and showed you. That's just a little bit of it left in the pot, but you see how thick it was? Now, are you ready for the piece la resistance? And please don't grade me on French. I barely can speak English. Alrighty, y'all. Here we go. We've got our football plates and napkins. And then we've got our boneless wings back there in the bowl. See if I can hang over and let you guys see. Homemade fried egg rolls. On one side is the orange sauce, and this is the marinara for these for the mozzarella sticks. And then we have, and these got a little bit too done, but they'll be good. These are corn dog nuggets. My grandson loves them. Pizza rolls. Megan put together this cookie tray, and it's just cookies that I bought at Walmart. These are my appetizers that I made back at New Year's. And my cheese log thing. I've never made one of those before. My sister-in-law usually makes it. I'm kind of glad I made one because we found out just a few minutes ago that she's not going to be able to make it today because she's not feeling well. So if you guys can pray for my sister-in-law, her name is Sheila. Greatly appreciate it. Now, let me show you this meat tray we bought from Walmart. You ready? It's huge. It's got roast beef and ham and Swiss and mozzarella and smoked Gouda and all the Longhorn cheese that I just absolutely love. It's got olives on the sides. And I think we're going to eat pretty good. The only thing I've got to put out here is I got to put out some crackers. And I've got some, I'm going to put some mayonnaise out. And I've got some hot dog buns that I'm going to set out so people can make. So I hope you guys enjoy.